We are 5 Live. I'm Bobby T.
And I'm Crza.
And today we are talking about the PCS Toys exclusive RoboCop EX statue. Wait, dude, what the hell are you doing behind that thing?
I want to be part of the mountain of statues too.
No, man. Why?
Well, you guys never include me in the cool stuff.
But we hang out without Martin all the time. We got cotton candy that time. We got to see that clown that time. We went to the arcade that time. Like, not this arcade, but that other arcade?
Yeah, and we played pinball.
Without Martin.
That's
so,
true.
I guess what I'm saying in the end is, screw you, Martin. Alright, we are back, and this box is still gigantic. We are looking at a quarter scale statue. This thing is huge. It's going to be around 26, 27 inches.
Yeah, that's insane.
I cannot wait to see the paint on this. I actually may have to put the gloves on also.
I already got the gloves on.
I think I got to go grab the gloves from the broken Sub-Zero. I broke the Sub-Zero. Oh, I didn't break the Sub-Zero.
Which fan in Canada is going to get the broken Sub-Zero?
Oh, I have a funny feeling I know exactly which fan's getting this broken Sub-Zero. That said, no, it isn't. We didn't break the Sub-Zero. We will be doing a giveaway.
Not yet. If you don't subscribe.
Yes, if you don't subscribe, Sub-Zero gets it.
You're broken, yeah.
So, we are going to be giving that Sub-Zero away. So just do remember to like, share, and subscribe because our subscribers, if we win the Collectorverse Best Long-Form Chat Toy Podcast, it's a lot of words. There's a lot of categories here. But if we win it, we will give away the Sub-Zero from Pop Culture Shock Toys, the one with the sword, not the EX. Yep. So let's get this box down. It is an awesome box.
Yeah,
pales in comparison to the statue.
I'm already interested in seeing the base there. It looks pretty sweet in terms of like the logo of RoboCop.
Dude,
you could have a hernia over here.
It's heavy, so it checks that box. So let's get this cut open. Martin handed... Oh, there it is. See, I almost thought I got a razor without a razor in it. Well, they definitely spent the money on styrofoam here. It feels like opening a tube.
It's tighter than a dolphin's butt to get it.
Pretty much. So we're going to open this nice and light because there are a lot of pieces here at play. One of them did fall out. It's these little shocks. And actually, so when you open up the box, you get the Jerry Macaluso
certificate of
authenticity. We got number 216 to 350 here. Then you also get a little diagram here for... how to connect the pistons correctly to the back of his leg. So that is clearly an important part that gets messed up. You want to do the honors on the base? I know that was
yeah. It looks awesome. If I can't
yeah, dude, it's in there, bro.
There we go. Maybe? I don't know.
Oh,
it's...
Well, I know what the heavy part... Wow, no, we have to get the other parts out so we
can flip
what it is? This thing.
Okay.
It's too heavy. All right, let's just go for the main man's body.
Oh, this is awesome too.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So already they did one of my favorite things. He has that blue, purple, silver iridescent metal body.
Yeah. You can see right along the top here how it's got that.
Well, that's changing color as you spin it.
Yeah.
Like that's what's awesome because that's what RoboCop was. Mm-hmm. But they did a combination of this iridescent paint mixed with the flat paint, and I love those two on each other because. When you put something iridescent on flat, it pops off really, really hard.
I mean, even on the back, too, you can see it's got
all of this thing, man. Wow. So, we are giving away the Sub-Zero. I don't think we're giving away this RoboCop. So, we do have one of the arms here. Let's see. Well, Crza, you got the gloves, so I'll let you do the honors on that one. Here, I'll hold him by his flat piece. Should just grab the Sub-Zero gloves. I think they're right underneath us. So I'm gonna go downstairs.
This is a super cool piece too. I mean, the gun looks amazing. The great thing about these statues, at least from what I saw from the Sub-Zero on this, it's so true to form. These are pieces that are made directly from the movie and or the video game. It's sort of like when Bobby T used to work at Art Asylum. I remember one of the first times we actually had hung out together. he was making mini mates for Back to the Future, and I can't tell you how many times he had to watch Back to the Future to get that authenticity on the toy. There he is. So this is, I think this is another kind of celebration to that fact that they're putting in the effort to design, this statue as true to form to RoboCop. It's
the
awesome.
painstaking detail that goes,
Yeah.
the amount of research that has to go into it, and the amount of just, like you were saying, watching the same thing over and over and over again to make sure you get it right.
Yep. I mean, you're basically watching this movie probably scene by scene just to make sure that everything is how it should be, and it's fantastic.
The moment to I guess to kind of complete what Crza was just talking about, I was looking in that moment actually for Lorraine's dress in Back to the Future 2 when Biff tries to get her to go to the prom with him and Marty is in Biff's back seat.
Yeah.
There is a blink of a moment where you see the giraffe on her dress. Mm-hmm. That's what I was trying to figure out how to get so we could get that detail just right.
Yeah, I remember when we went up, I think me and Martin actually went up to your, when you were living in New York, we went up to your apartment and you even had Back to the Future on while we were kind of partying and everything. And you're like, I've had to watch this movie so many times, to get everything right.
Yeah.
And, that's the difference between Funko and... something like this, where they're putting that much, commitment to detail in their product.
So I have the head.
No,
this is
that doesn't sound right.
I have RoboCop's head here. I know this is going to be beautiful. I'm just kind of excited to open it. Oh yeah. Oh, that's so beautiful. Like I was saying, I love that purple paint and everything around it. Like this is. I'm happy I put the gloves on so I could just touch this thing.
You know what and I love this statue already. I mean, we haven't even really put it together, but we're just looking at the pieces. But a kind of miss comes into mind here. Mm-hmm. It's with the head. I would have liked to have had a second head without his visor, and so you would have seen his
face.
Yeah. I think that is kind of a miss on their part. Not to say, I mean, it's a great statue, like I said. The design, the detail, but we got two heads with Sub-Zero with different eyes. Yep. So I feel like we could have gotten a second head with this one, and
maybe the cost will speak to that because truthfully, the Sub-Zero is the same eyes twice.
Okay.
Or the same head twice. Just the difference is the eyes.
True.
So it could be that not having to make another tooling piece for it.
True.
This is now the plug. The AC adapter for the wall because this thing lights up.
Oh, sweet.
It's pretty amazing.
We got a second gun mold too, didn't we? Yeah, so we've got one where his...
I just lit it like a piece of styrofoam just went right into my mouth. So, you do have different sets of arms here. For the left arms, you have an open hand version. And you have the semi-closed hand version, and then for the other ones you have a bent arm, which is actually going to go up this way.
Yes, exactly. And then this way.
We actually really wanted this version because the bent up arm will actually fit in our cases. Yeah. This won't fit in our cases. So
maybe we can raffle off this piece.
Just the arms. Yeah, exactly. Sell out the pieces. I still can't get this piece out. We're about to get bathed in silica packets here, I think. Oh man, it's either taped in there or I got it.
Yeah.
Oh man, no, it's just heavy.
Yeah.
That just I couldn't have wished for a better thing for that to just hit because it made the noise. All right, get all these silica packets out of here.
Yeah, this is an awesome base. It's got the logo of the police force there, or no, it's the company that makes RoboCop. And then it's got the number there for the statue, and then all the licensing rights and all that good stuff. It's a pretty sweet statue.
Let's get this puppy in here.
When I was a kid, and RoboCop had come out, the beginning scene there where Peter Weller, is that his name, right? The actor who plays he gets shot up and everything like that. That really scared me, and it actually kind of turned me off to the movie. When I was a kid, I never really watched to completion. It wasn't until I was
a lot of things you can't do to completion.
Yeah, exactly. But as I got older, and of course, more cynical and all that good stuff.
As the world dealt me a bad hand, I decided
exactly.
RoboCop was great.
Yep, exactly. And I remember watching it and really, really enjoying it.
All right, so let's see how to get this. So
where's your little piece of paper there that shows you?
Yeah, I really got to get the
Can
instructions.
we do
out
one
here.
shot with the arm up, and then we'll do
Yeah,
sweet.
Yeah, we'll do it now. Let's just pop that off. We'll do the regular straight arm.
So you guys can see.
And another thing that's really cool here, going back to that mixed paint finishes. So you have this is a flat black gun with the gloss black arm. And then if you look really close, the slide on the gun is actually gloss. So they really played around with that, and it really makes these details really stand out. I'm going to say really one more time.
Yeah.
Really.
That's a pretty sweet,
Dude. Yeah, this thing is amazing. My edition, if I had my choice here, would be the open leg.
Yeah.
I think to have a piece from here to here, maybe that can come out. And then, so instead of getting maybe instead of getting a second left arm, maybe get a repositionable left arm and an opening leg. I mean, we're talking about an old statue here. They have moved very far out.
No, that would be cool too, to have maybe a mold where the hand is reaching down for the gun.
Maybe down with the opened up leg.
I think this is
beggars and choosers.
Yeah, I mean, well, obviously we're reviewing the statue, so we can't just be like, this is perfect. We have to find some things to kind of, I guess, nitpick at.
We have to pretend like we don't have friends there.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go.
But I really still think, as much as I like the
I'm
arm
not
molds,
forcing these. They are very fragile, and I think I need to clean the hole out a little bit because there's paint, some paint that had got in, maybe the finish got in there, so they do need to be cleaned so they slide onto the pegs a little easier. This I can already tell is going to snap if I push too hard. So you're really dealing with a piece of resin that is thin. I mean, maybe as thick as two toothpicks in this portion. So definitely not going to mess around with that. We're just going to kind of let that be what it is. Yeah, that's about as far as I'm willing to go down on that one. Okay, let's pull this back. Is it Martin? Are we in frame here? I just want to make sure
we are.
He does fit. That's good. We actually have to ask that with PCS statues. Does this fit on the table?
I love it, and I mean, I
forgot about. Let's see. Crza, you keep talking. I will see. I'll get this plugged in.
I do love this statue. I like the different poses, the different arms that it comes with. It's still really, to me, the only problem is the head. I would have liked the second one where it's showing off Peter Weller's face. That would have been really cool. Or maybe, you know what would have been a really cool statue that they could have done separately, like make a different mold, is if like some battle damage RoboCop would have been really cool too. Having some of the armor, some bullet holes or something like that, some burn marks from explosions. That would have been really sweet too. Yeah.
The piece on the eye. But that is, now we're dealing with weird licensing things.
Yeah.
That's not a RoboCop 1 thing. That's a RoboCop 2 thing.
Yep.
So,
I get it.
Oh, dude, a torn up RoboCop 2 and they're just cutting them apart. And
I just think this, like I said, it's a great statue. I do like it. I just would have wished for the second head. That's really the only thing I think is kind of a glaring omission, just because that's part of the movie. I mean, there's a lot of scenes where he's got the visor off and all that stuff. So I just think it's kind of a big miss.
Okay, so the EX here, what you guys can't maybe see with all the lights we have in here, but you're going to light up around this base. So here I'm going to flip the switch. You got the light going all the way around, probably some LEDs in there, some kind of filament. Either way, it is LEDs, which is nice because it's a low energy thing. It's not going to really kill you on your electricity bill. I think I'm out of words. I'm just blown away at this thing.
No, it's an awesome statue. I really want to thank Josh and PCS Toys over there for
Josh, Anthony, Jerry, the whole gang. We actually loved hanging out with these guys at New York Comic Con. Had an awesome time.
Yeah, it was great.
Probably some of the best laughs we've had in a long time. When we're on the show.
I think I had more fun at Comic Con when I was setting up the booth and watching other people set up their booths and everything like that. I mean, we got to ride the Shadow of War Dragon.
We did ride the dragon. I feel like I gotta put that picture in the credits now. Us just like,
yeah, that was pretty sweet. I definitely had more fun watching everything. Like, I guess watching the magic happen, and
also walking around without people
that too.
Literally everywhere.
Yes, that was awesome too. But I mean, you know, the rest of the con was fun too. But it was just nice to see everything kind of coming together. That was cool. But yeah, like I said, thanks to those guys over at PCS. You guys did a great job. I do love the statues that you had on display over there as well. You know,
again, I go back to the Cthulhu.
Yeah,
man.
the Cthulhu was awesome. Sagat was awesome. I liked Dalsim a lot. The way
Dalsim might be one of the nicest ones.
Yeah, they had a really couple of different arm things that he had a couple of different poses for his arms, like wrapping around and stuff like that. Yeah, that was really
one
cool.
thing I really liked on that one was the rings. It had the gold ring, like the gold ring bracelets. Yeah, with like the arms all flipped around. There's another version of that where he's doing the yoga fire, so he's got his hands up.
Yes,
with the flame.
yeah, that was really cool too. I saw that as well. And then of course Akuma was super cool too. He had like
always the best.
He had 2 or 3 different heads too.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah. That was another one where they mixed the fabric with the resin, which was awesome too.
Yeah,
so,
I love the mixed media.
Yep.
So make sure to, right now, they're having a sale going on over at their website. Before Halloween, the code that you're going to use is Halloween 2017 31P.
Yeah.
And what you're going to get there is kind of an insane deal.
Yeah.
31% off. We are
31% off of Warehouse Gems.
Of Warehouse Gems specifically. No pre-sales or any of that, just the Warehouse Gems. But in there is Judge Dredd, the He-Man stuff. That Skeletor looks awesome. There's a life-size Skeletor bust. There's the Judge Dredd that I'm in love with. That's on the bike. But you're looking at 31% off on that. Dredd is $700 statue. So even if it just takes care of the insane shipping you're going to have to pay on these things.
Yeah, you know,
totally
I mean, $700 is a little bit much to pay for a statue, in my opinion. But with 30% off, $500.
Kind of in the neighborhood.
Yeah, you know, that brings me right under my threshold there.
Yeah, we can have that conversation.
Yeah.
So
I was like, what statue should I buy with $500? There you go.
That's Sagat. I think it would be. I'm not even a Sagat player.
Yeah.
And it was just so cool.
No, that was. Dude, I loved the trunks that he was wearing. That was awesome.
Yeah, I like the arm wraps and the eye patch.
The eye patch was
the
cool
eye patch
too,
came in like a little tiny.
Yeah, they had a couple
piece.
different versions of the eye patch too, and he had like 2 or 3 heads as well. So you
because there was a laughing Sagat,
Yep.
there was a angry Sagat, a straight face Sagat.
Yep.
He also, I think, he came with different hands.
Yes.
Maybe, and he came with a few other different pieces. But
Yeah.
the amount of options you have here, and this is one thing I like about these statues, is statues get stale at one point. They're not action figures. I can't pose them and replay with them. So the idea now that I can go, I'm kind of sick of looking at that.
Yeah.
Like, let's maybe change it up. And then again, ease of use.
Yeah.
I just changed around this whole statue in about 10 seconds or so.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. I do, now that you say with the open Murphy head, it's all I can think about. So I'll be sculpting one for myself, apparently. Nowhere near Jerry's quality. It's just going to look like a lump of clay. But, yeah, get over there and use that code. And I think with that, we've been 5 Alive, and I am Bobby T.
And I'm Crza.
Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe at 5LiveVP. Also, hashtag 5LiveLive. We do our live shows every Wednesday night where we do our wrestling show. Every Sunday or Saturday night where we do our toy show.
Well, it's toy/general.
Yeah, general talk. A little bit of everything. Also, remember, vote for us and you will win a Sub-Zero. I think we'll make that hashtag 5Alive Sub-Zero.
There you go, yeah.
And I think maybe we do a little side contest. We'll talk about that a little later on, but we want to win this trophy, and we will trade you a trophy for an expensive statue.
There you go.
Only for people here in the U.S., mainland U.S. It's just too expensive to ship these things, and that comes out of the pocket on us. So,
unless they want to pay for the shipping, right?
Unless you want to pay for, I'll let you pay for shipping if you're international and you're willing to pay. Not joking, $150 American or so to ship over to you.
Man,
we'll do it.
$dollars.
Oh, dude, it's a deal breaker. Yeah. Sending things to Canada, nightmare. And you wouldn't think it's just right there, but nope. The customs forms, so that's it. You pay, he's yours. What else we got, Crz?
I think that's it.
All right. Well, let's just quick change.